will vote for Popitro. Cubanos for Trump. Cubanos, I will vote for
Cuban people just signed their own deportation. They felt untouchable. Now they're getting deported. Why? Because they were laughing at every other Latino, every other Spanish speaker, because they felt untouchable with the bullshit ass thing they had going on, that they were allowed them to get the papers, all that little bullshit. Well, guess what? Donald Trump, your pappy Trump, took that shit away from you. That's what you get for laughing at everybody.
Ay, 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 por Dios, yo voy a votar por Donald Trump. La buena.
Estamos, el movimiento anticomunista, defensores de la libertad, frente a la oficina del abogado Soto, acá apoyando a la hermana cubana que está detenida en ICE, junto a los 18 cubanos.
I have always said that stupid people are the most dangerous people on this entire planet. I don't trust dumb people. I avoid stupid people like a ticking time bomb with no timer, because you're not sure when they're going to go off. You can guarantee they're going to go off, you just don't know when. Let me be very clear about this. Stupid has nothing to do with diplomas or degrees or jobs. I have met morons with Ivy League paper plastered all over their walls in frames who couldn't navigate a moral choice if you drew it for them on a map. Stupid people walk around through life oblivious to the damage they cause. They're the ones who vote against their own interests. They think they're always right, and that's the problem. That right there is the real poison. Because when you're stupid and you do things like vote against your own self-interests, you become the puppet, pulled by fear, pulled by propaganda, by whatever authority pats you on the head and says, "You're doing a great job, vote for me." I would sooner sit next to a hateful, racist person than a stupid person. At least the racists know who they are. They're gonna spew venom for sure, but there's a twisted kind of honesty to them. You know where you stand with them. You know exactly where the landmines are. With stupid people who vote against their own interests, you never know. They'll smile at you, they'll call you their friend, and they'll gladly set the room on fire with you in it, thinking they're helping. Stupid people are chaos wrapped in flesh. They will never truly know the harm they cause until it's too late. And that right there is the real problem.
So this is what I'm trying to understand here. What did Cubans who voted for Trump think? Did they think they were special? Did they think that Trump, who had been saying for months, even years, that TPS was not a legal way to come into the country, who thought that everybody from Latin America was munching of the government, who talked about the largest deportation in history, was going to just look the other way when it came to Cubans? Because what? Because they're special? These are the same Cubans that for a while kept talking about Mexicans and Central Americans and South Americans and saying that we were munching of the government for some weird reason, when most immigrants don't munch of the government because they don't even have a social security number. But well, I digress. The point is this. The guy told you straight up what he was going to do. And you thought you were exempt of whatever measure he wanted to take. And you didn't care about the rest of the people that were going to get hurt. And you still don't. And now you're crying on social media saying that they're illegally taking the people that he promised to pardon you if you had, like, some guys, or say, like, if you had a college degree, then, or you were going to school. What do they think? That the rest of us don't have education, or that the rest of us don't speak multiple languages? We do.
Y hoy, ¿cómo es la cosa hoy? Y que la gente también nos lo ponga ahí. ¿Qué más le gustaría que...
So even if you came here the right way, you're still getting deported. Because we told y'all that it was never about deporting criminals. It was never about legal immigration. It was about racism, plain and simple. Trump revoked the legal status of over 500,000 immigrants and urged them to self-deport. These were people that had work permits, that were paying taxes, that got into the US during a Biden sponsorship process.
So I heard in the news yesterday that a lot of Cuban Americans who are Trump supporters are soon going to be able to order their Cuban sandwiches in Cuba. Oh, I'm jelly.
Dear Cubans, I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked of the Venezuelans. But here's the thing. See, you thought your racism was going to save you from those consequences. And they didn't. Well, the only thing I can say is, have a nice trip. Bye.
Yo voy a votar.